Yo, 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 it's a new anime season, so I guess it's time for another anime review. Yes, the spring season has started, 2025. There's so many enjoyable shows, actually, because a lot of people were saying this is kind of like a sleeper season. Next season's actually the real one, where we have Don and a lot of other like continuations, like Kaiju number 8, stuff like that. But here, yo, I'm loving it. Fire Force, Lazarus, a lot of other like big name shows. There's continuations, Windbreaker, and Slime 300. So many shows are like legit enjoyable, kind of high quality. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about some shows I like this season. Basically, there weren't too many disappointments. The big one that kind of sucked, I think, is the beginning after the end. So yeah, I guess I'll talk about that first as we start the review. So yeah, new isekai story. If you like a serious kind of fantasy show, it's not bad, but the problem is the animation is terrible. So I feel like the best way to watch this anime is through your phone while you're like kind of running on the treadmill or something, so you don't kind of notice all the missing frames. Like people say there's no animation, that is factually correct. So you can see there's like a little bit of stuff happening, some glowing animations, but overall a low quality anime. That's so unfortunate because I guess like people like the novel. So yeah, basically it's an isekai story about a dude kind of one-to-one with Mushoku Tensei, but you can't really compare it to Mushoku Tensei at all. I mean, this main character is kind of cooler because he's like a king, so he's kind of like Giga Chad, a bit edgy. He basically starts off as an aura farming baby. Like, I don't really have any problems with the story. Second episode, they kind of like do some more things, like meet more party members. Main character's kind of overpowered, but yeah, the problem, no animation. So unfortunately, we'll see what's gonna happen. But you know, so far, serious isekai story. Again, you know, just close your eyes when you watch it when you're falling asleep. You won't notice the poor animation. And yeah, it's probably like one of the only main stinkers this season. Also, after that, we have Fire Force Season 3. Oh my god, it's back. I love this action show. Everyone will glaze the ending so hard because, yeah, it ended in like such a crazy way. No spoilers, by the way. But I mean, besides the ending, I just love Fire Force as like a great action show. Good character designs all throughout, like strong women. And then we have like a diverse cast of characters. There was like the skateboard guy, Ogun, who was cool. We saw him in season 2. There's the fucking Joker. Benny Maru, like literally the strongest. No one can really fuck with him. And a lot of other like cool characters, cute characters as well. Iris, we gotta protect her. And I know people hate Tamaki, but she'll do Tamaki things. So basically, we have 2 episodes here. Our setup is that Obi got kidnapped and the Evangelists are basically taking over the church. So yeah, they were hiding underground, but now they actually just like convert the church. They call Fire Force Division 8 terrorists and they kidnapped Obi. So everyone has to rescue him, but they have a time limit. They're gonna stab him with the flame insect, which is like very tragic because he was like the father of the team, like big, strong, muscular dude, always really funny. So yeah, we're gonna rescue him probably. We see him working it out in the prison cell. We see Captain Burns. He seems to be the main villain so far. So yeah, he kind of like looked into the Atelier world. Hamea kind of like convinced him to join their side because yeah, he's really religious and they're on the side of like making humans reach their true potential by just like burning them and turning the earth to a sun. So yeah, that's their goal. Shinra, Joker, all the other people are teaming up. There's probably going to be a big onslaught coming through. We see that the Evangelists, they have like kind of executioners, like top level generals out here to fight. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of fights. Like hopefully the animation keeps up because I've seen from the trailers it doesn't look as good as season 2 and 1. I know David Productions have been busy. Undead Unluck, Urusou Yatsura, JoJo Part 7. We're gonna have 12 episodes, but it's gonna be a split course. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're gonna animate the whole thing. We just have to wait, but yeah, I'm loving that season 3 is back. Also after that, we have Windbreaker, so another action show. It's good, high quality by Cloverworks. Really popular because a lot of like hot boys here. People consider it like a Tokyo Revengers, but better. It kind of fits those boxes, just like good dudes that are gangsters with hearts of gold. They're protecting the community, but then there's also a lot of evil gangs. So season 1 was pretty hype. We saw Umemiya, who's like the Gojo character. He's the strongest. But after that, our main character, Sakura, he's basically like a giant tsundere. Everything revolves around him. The class kind of want to make him the leader of like the first grade. He's in here. He gravitates a lot of people towards him. And he's like pretty one-track minded. Just wants to do the right thing, fight all the bad guys, and save everyone. So yeah, basically last season we kind of ended off on a cliffhanger where one of the dudes, his friend got kidnapped and is basically like a slave working for this evil gang and he's getting beaten up every day. So his girlfriend kind of begs Sakura to save him. Also, Sakura kind of wanted to do it himself. All the other people from his class start following him and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do it together. So a big kind of warehouse brawl in these first 2 episodes. So yeah, cool fighting and just like the scenery and art looks really good. So yeah, the way people communicate in this anime is that they fight. They talk through their fists. So yeah, that kind of happens here. There's a lot of like kind of evil characters as well. But you know, the good guys are doing their thing. They can't really be defeated. They're gonna show off in this anime. So yeah, a lot of like cool characters. I just just want to see Umamiya again. He's my favorite. He's my husbando. But besides that, you know, like the story isn't like too in depth. But besides that, it's a high quality, kind of wholesome, like gangster anime. Also after that, we have Lazarus. So yeah, unique kind of Mappa original anime. You have to wait kind of 2 weeks for the sub version, so it kind of came out in dub. Adult Swim also kind of airing it, so yeah, interesting concept. Basically kind of like a futuristic world, not really too advanced, but basically the world kind of like relies on this drug. So it cures all illnesses, no diseases. Basically, everyone's kind of living without fear. But the problem is the pharmacist who made this drug, he's like, I've seen the evil in humanity. So everyone that has taken it will die in 3 years. And he gives the message like literally 3 years later. So first people will die in like a month. So basically he says the only way to save them is to find him and catch him. So it's like a game of hide and seek pretty much. I don't know if they need to find him. Like they could maybe reverse engineer a cure. But yeah, I guess vaccines are evil. This is the anti-COVID-19 propaganda that RFK Jr. warned you about. But basically, we have a lot of like cool characters, like just like a task force assigned by the government. They're just like hackers, waifus, soldiers, people with guns, and then this cool dude that like breaks out of prisons. So we have a lot of like specialized criminals that are tasked to like find the guy. Hopefully like they'll do it, but yeah, I have no idea what the direction this anime will take. Kind of reminds me of something like Akudama Drive. It's like an unlikely team of shady people, and the anime looks pretty unique, so yeah, we'll see what Mappa got for us. Also after that, we have Witch Watch. I love this anime so much. Cute witch anime. It's like a Shonen Jump mainstay right now. A lot of chapters. I'm up to date with the manga, so I'm kind of biased, but yeah, I really like it. It's like wholesome. It's kind of like a sitcom where like, you know, funny episodic things happen episode by episode, chapter by chapter, you know, nothing too crazy, but then there's like a long running story as well where they kind of have to protect the witch. So yeah, it's Witch Watch. We're watching Nico, our witch. So she's like kind of really cute. Basically, teenage girl flying in, moving in with her crush. Also, he's her familiar now because all these characters are kind of like supernatural people. So yeah, our main character, Morihito, he's an ogre. So basically, we have like these hybrid humanoid monsters that are hanging out with the witch. But also, yeah, Morihito thinks this is an action anime where he has to protect Nico. Nico thinks it's a romance. So she's just doing like funny just spells all the time. All her magic is like very chaotic. It doesn't really do things perfectly. Like if she has to repair something, she has to sacrifice something with equal value. Funny story, cute art, good jokes. So I can't wait to watch this every week. It's gonna have 24 episodes, so it'll cover like a good chunk of stuff. And yeah, pretty chill, funny new anime. Also, speaking of cute witch anime, we have Once Upon a Witch's Death. So yeah, it's pretty cute. Nothing too much to talk about, like nothing crazy animation wise. This one, the girl, she's 17, and on her 18th birthday she will die. So she has a year to live, and her task is to get 1,000 tears, because tears can maybe like break fate. They can give you this like seed of life that'll just like cure you. So instead of like Komi-san making 100 friends, instead of Rentaro getting 100 girls, this one, our witch Meg Raspberry needs 1,000 tears to save her life by the end of the year. So it doesn't seem too bad. Like this is like a cool premise because it's so easy to just like give you a bunch of like emotional baggage each episode, make you sad, weigh you down, because pretty much we need someone to cry each episode. So that could be related to family stuff. It looks like the witch is doing community service, so I thought it would be kind of like an adventure show like The Wandering Witch, but not this one. She's just like kind of helping people in her community. It might expand later in the future, but yeah, just like a chill new witch anime. So yeah, our girl is cursed. She's gonna die in 1 year, get 1,000 tears. I'm praying for her success, but yeah, I don't think she'll get all 1,000 by the 12 episodes. So yeah, we just gotta follow her journey. Oh, also for another cute witch show, we have I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years season 2. Yes, our girl Azusa is back. This is a fun parody isekai pretty much, it feels like. A lot of like funny characters, and they do like a bit of realistic world building with just like modern stuff in this world, even though it's like a fantasy. Like last season, there was like the thing where like the world tree was turned into a tourist attraction with like an elevator and shit. We see in episode 1 the goddess that actually converted her apparently got demoted because she kept isekaiing too many underage girls and then making them like immortal. So she has like a feminine bias, it looks like, which, you know, good job, queen, enjoy your life. So yeah, a lot of like cute slime adventures. All the characters are here. I'm not sure if we'll see more new characters, but yeah, Azusa's out here maxed her level, killing more slimes and hanging out with the squad. Also after that, we have another new show, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Wow, insane. Another My Hero season. But yeah, it's kind of like a spin-off, which is pretty cool because, you know, we'd had enough with Deku and the squad and school. I mean, My Hero's pretty much wrapping up. There's like one more season left, but yeah, Vigilantes out here. It looks pretty good. It's like pretty chill, new characters. It's very funny. So it kind of took me off guard because I wasn't prepared at how bad these heroes are. So they're not even heroes. They don't have their licenses. And yeah, I guess that's why they're vigilantes. So basically we see 3 people. There's Koichi, who's Mr. Nice Guy. There's Pop Step, who's like kind of like a high school idol that like is wearing a very provocative outfit. outfit. But you know, do you, queen? And then there's Knuckle Duster. It's kind of insane because like the first episode, I felt so bad for Pop Step. She got like almost sexually assaulted in an alley, choked out. Like, she got abused so hard. So I was like, damn, you must be traumatized after this episode. I guess she'll join the main cast and then they'll like kind of do things, solve this problem. There's like a drug that's being spread out that makes villains go berserk. So it's gonna be a lot more villains out here. That's why the Vigilantes are here. So Knuckle Duster is kind of like our Walmart brand All Might. So he just like punches people mostly. And I think like his quirk makes his neck harder. Like, again, it took me off guard at how weak these characters are, but I guess that makes it like a lot more interesting. Also, the first episode was kind of crazy because like we just see these three villains just like showing up, like bothering Koichi like every second. I was like, what are these three villains like the only villains in this world? They kept like attacking him, harassing him. They were about to like strip Pop Step naked, and now like at the end of the episode they take this like villain drug. But besides that, you know, fun new season. I'm definitely gonna watch it because it's pretty fresh, getting My Hero but like a spin-off version. Also, we got a cool spicy hentai show. Please put him on Takamine-san. It's uncensored out here for you. But the premise is kind of crazy. They went hard on it with Takamine's power. She's basically a JoJo villain, and I'm all for it. So it's anime is like gonna be trash, like pretty much smut you're watching, but the first few episodes were like very funny. So you're not really at the level of Inukai-san's dog, but basically our main character Takamine, she's the queen of the school, very perfect, student council president, shit like that, and she can go back in time. That's why she's perfect. Every time she makes a mistake on a test, every time something goes wrong, you do it again. So it's not that easy to rewind because she has to take a piece of her clothing off, and more specifically it has to be her underwear, either her bra or panties. So she can't really take off her shirt or tie or anything. It has to be the underwear, which I guess is kind of awkward when she's in the middle of everything. Also, if she uses her rewind time ability, the underwear disappears. It doesn't go back. So she basically has to have the main character Shirota like carry underwear for her so she can spam her time ability. Also, it's kind of interesting because they explained a lot about her power, but there's also a lot of questions. How much can you go back in time? Like, is one underwear like 10 minutes? You know, we have a lot of questions. Also, apparently her power has a drawback. That's why Shirota was able to like go back in time with her, because if you see her naked breasts, then you also go back in time with her. So yeah, everyone else has no memories, but if you see the titties, if you see the nipples uncensored, then you're also part of the rewind time. So basically he's like her manservant. It seems like there's like a romantic plot line gonna happen between them, Takamine getting feelings for him. But it's so degen, but you know, Gooners rejoice. I definitely think this show will be like very popular this season. Also, for some better unique romance shows, we have Kowloon, generic romance. So this one's like kind of crazy. I have no idea like what the concept was, but yeah, basically it's an anime. It looks really good. The city in Kowloon is kind of walled off from the rest of the world, and it's kind of preserving like the old-fashioned style of the past. So everyone here is kind of living in like the slum district. It's like pretty chill though. Like everyone's kind of close together, smoking. It's like a hot summer season and everyone's sweating. Also, it's like a lot of fan service. The main girl is like really hot, but basically it follows a mystery. It's not really a pure romance show because our main girl has memory loss for some reason, so she seems to be like very important. Maybe like she's part of the past or part of like the future, or like something happened. Maybe she's like in a Matrix type simulation. But basically her and the main character, they kind of work together at this kind of like real estate company, and basically yeah, we see the main girl has no memory. There's a lot of like funny, interesting new characters. The anime looks really good, so I'm definitely going to keep watching. Hopefully the story kind of delivers, but yeah, I love the title. It's not really a generic romance at all. And some other romance shows, we have Aharen-san season 2. So cute, bro. Aharen, it's back. It's such a funny kind of parody romance show. All his characters are just like so crazy. Her and Raido are just like such a good couple. Yeah, they're actually a couple. They like pulled the trigger last season. Raido's more of a straight man, but he like has so many misunderstandings. So every time Aharen does something, he's just like kind of panicking all the time. But basically they're kind of like taking it in stride. They're like going to school together. We see a teacher getting nosebleeds. See a lot of like characters kind of like interacting with them, hanging out together. So yeah, very fun, wholesome like school anime. Very funny. So yeah, we do meet a new character in this first episode. She's very self-conscious, so hopefully things go well for her. But definitely a fun show with the girl that doesn't really have any boundaries, and this really tall dude that's just like, you know, just a chill guy. He's taking everything in stride. And also we have the incest romance show written by the Rent-a-Girlfriend author Reiji. This one is the Shiunji family children. It's so bad. It's not good at all. But a premise is like there's these 7 people, brothers and sisters. There's 2 dudes, 5 girls. They live together, and then one day when like the little sister turns 15, the father is like, you're all adopted, you're not blood related. So main dude Arata, he's kind of like the oldest guy, and he has to get married, I guess, so maybe he'll get married to one of his sisters. The little sister seems to be having a thing for him, but it seems like all these other girls are fair game. So a very degen concept. I don't like it at all, but I'm definitely gonna keep watching. Yo, it's a dumpster fire. I guess it's just like another fun seasonal romance show. Also, we have some unique shows. So yeah, first one we have Gundam GQuuuuuX. So yeah, another Gundam anime. These are really cool. well, especially like Witch of Mercury. All the kind of like modern recent Gundam shows are like very fun. There's like, you know, funny, quirky high school girl characters that are just like controlling these robots. First episode's kind of crazy. This also kind of like released in theaters as well, just like 4 episodes together. So the episodic version's a bit different, but basically we see Earth was in war with like, you know, other space colonies, and then they're kind of like oppressed, but then space colonies won, but there's still like martial law and a lot of like injustice. So yeah, one of the girls living on this like outside planet, her name is Machu, and basically she kind of goes into the underground world of Gundams. He bumps into this other girl, Nyan. They kind of bump into each other. She kind of like pickpockets her. Machu kind of realizes that Nyan is kind of like an underground Uber Eats delivery person, and she's kind of like delivering robot parts to like this underground group. So yeah, Machu joins the group. Also at the same time, the police are attacking this other dude with the Gundam, and then Machu kind of steals the Gundam. And I guess the name of the Gundam is called GQuuuuuX. So it's kind of like a new white and red Gundam with the sword. Machu can control it apparently, I guess because she's our main character. So yeah, we'll follow her. Kind of like a funny new anime, just like quirky characters. And after that, there's also gonna be a big political like overarching story as well. Also for other unique anime, we have Apocalypse Hotel. It's such a funny show. I was kind of taken off guard at how like cool the story is. Like basically the world is ending. There's like some Last of Us zombie virus. Everyone in the planet will die. So all the humans start like preparing for space travel, wearing hazmat suits, and they just escape the planet. So it's been like years, I think like maybe 100 years. Things are rotting, trees are growing everywhere. But our hotel, which is run by robots in Ginza, it's working. So robots have to work, keep working. They have to fulfill their purpose. But after a lot of time passes, they all start like losing functions. The doorman robot keeps collapsing. The main manager robot, she's just like mentally breaking down but trying not to. But yeah, it looks like the hotel is a bit self-sufficient. Like they can't really get specialty products like delivered, so they have to make do with what they have. But it seems like they can grow food, and then other robots are kind of like maintaining things. It's such a funny anime but also dystopian at the same time. So basically, judging from the opening, I'm assuming there's going to be characters here aside from the robots. We're going to get guests, but I guess the question is, what type of guests will they be? Also after that, we have Shoshimin, How to Become Ordinary season 2. So a continuation from season 1 last year in the summer. This anime was like really good actually, so it looked really good. A lot of like cool food animation, and our main characters are kind of snarky sociopathic characters. They're just like high school students. It's kind of like a mystery type of story where each episode they kind of like hang out together, solve a mystery. But yeah, the problem is one of the main characters, Osanai, he kind of like crashes out in the last season. So yeah, there's like a lot of like mild inconveniences happen to her. Like people robbed her bike, she got in trouble for shit she didn't do, she got kidnapped. So she's like, I'm tired of it, I'm gonna commit perjury, just make sure the criminals get fucked. So basically, since she crashed out, our main character Kobato was like, bitch, I can't be your friend anymore. They kind of like break up, separate. They weren't really going out together, but then they find like another character, a significant other to talk to. So I guess for season 2, they're swingers for now, just like having a different character to rebound onto. Like they'll maybe like be friends again, I don't know, because Osanai's been doing some crazy shit. There's like a plot line where people are like burning fires everywhere, but a dude from the newspaper club kind of gets a hold of it, and it looks like Osanai might be like part of the fires herself, because all the things that burned were like related to like something bad that happened to her in season 1. I love season 1, like it just looked really good. I thought the mysteries were a bit lackluster, so I didn't really watch for the mysteries. I just watched for like, you know, character dialogue, interactions, and cute funny moments as they just like eat food together. Also after that, we have Catch Me at the Ballpark, baseball anime, but not about baseball. You're not going to see Shohei Ohtani hit some home runs here. You're going to see the workers in the stadium. They kind of like a cute concept, just like all these like service workers, kind of just like a working daily life anime. And our main character is kind of like a overworked salaryman. He's very tired, so he just like hangs out at the stadium to chill. So yeah, not really a deep anime, but it's like so wholesome and cute. Our main character is kind of like this socially inept Gary. So she kind of like flirts with the main character because she doesn't really talk to men that much. So yeah, she's like, oh, I finally got a regular customer. So our main character is kind of in the middle of everything. He's like rizzing up these girls unintentionally. So yeah, it's definitely not a romance show. The romance won't for him, but you know, just like the daily lives of everybody, we'll see people get closer. A lot of like cute moments as we see all these workers in the stadium. Also, yeah, if you don't think baseball is cool, if you think it's boring, that's totally fine. I know people have that stigma for baseball, but yeah, if I don't sell you on this anime, let me sell you on actual MLB baseball. Because I've been watching it, like I've been keeping up somewhat, but ever since Ohtani was making waves for the Angels, I was keeping up, I was following, and so much crazy shit happens every year. It's like the Astros cheating, Ohtani like home run record, Aaron Judge home run record, Dodgers winning, just like stacking up the Japanese talent, and the Yankees saying you can have a beard. They had a no beard policy. There's so much crazy shit that happens outside of baseball and in baseball itself. First sport that's like considered relatively boring. Also after that, yeah, no more baseball talk. We'll talk about Zatsu Tabi. That's Journey, very cute. Another Zenshu like anime where our main character is a manga artist that has writer's block. Everything she's writing doesn't get approved, like her stories are kind of bad. So she's kind of like an up and coming rookie, like 18 years old. She won like 1,000,000 yen on this like beginner manga project. So yeah, she was kind of riding on that. So yeah, our main character Chika, what best way to get more inspiration than to go on vacation? So I loved it a lot because yeah, she just like asked Twitter, which direction should I go? They're like north. Okay, I guess Japan's like really good also because she can just visit any shrine, any nature, spiritual spots. I think the really fun thing that the anime did is that they didn't make her like instantly like find a life-changing event, but she realizes it's not really like the destination. It's not really finding a life-changing event. It's about like, you know, doing new things, experiencing like new places to get new ideas. Her going on vacation, chilling. There seems to be a lot more characters that she'll meet on her journey, but yeah, very chill, wholesome, kind of Yuru Camp like anime, I guess. We also have the Guilty Gear anime, Guilty Gear Strive Dual Runners. Yes, the fighting game anime is here. It's crazy. Soul Bad Guy, bunch of other people. But Guilty Gear story is kind of convoluted. That's what I've heard. I haven't really played any of the games because fighting games are a bit too expensive. This one, there's 4 DLCs, and I think this anime is trying to advertise the most recent DLC character that's going to come out. So her name is Unika, voiced by Ishikawa Yoi. So yeah, she's the villain so far. She's kind of like blowing people up and shit. So she hates gears. That's pretty much the story, where there's like gears in this world. They're kind of like, you know, enhanced humans, artificial. But basically she targets Sin's parents and they kind of freeze themselves so they don't die. So now Sin has to find her, kill her, and maybe find a cure for them, save his parents. So he kind of teams up with Soul Bad Guy. They're gonna go find Unika. We see a lot of like other hot characters as well. Baiken, kind of funny eye patch samurai waifu with booba. We see there's Jack O. I didn't know this, but apparently Jack O is married to Soul Bad Guy. And after all this shit happened with Unika attacking them, Jack O, I gotta leave. I gotta hang out with Sin and, you know, find the villain. He literally left his hot wife that can do the splits. Oh my god. I feel so bad for her. But I guess, you know, Guilty Gear anime is here. I'm just gonna point at every character I see. Oh, that's Bridget, Totsugeki, you know. I'm gonna do that every week. So yeah, I'm watching this anime. It looks pretty cool. A lot of like different animation techniques because it looks like they're trying to like save the budget sometimes. So character models look pretty similar to the game. But yeah, there's like a lot of like kind of frame slideshow animation, like intentionally. At the same time, there's also like really cool like fight scenes as well. And there's also 2B Hero X, interesting anime Chinese production. So yeah, Aniplex and Bilibili both like producing it. But basically, kind of like a really cool anime. Like it has like the 3D style. Kind of looks like Arcane a bit, so I do like the style. A lot of people were like kind of complimenting the animation. It looks really good. Basically the story's like not too crazy, but it's like still pretty fun. It's about heroes and, you know, the world where like the hero industry is like for profit. So yeah, the main character, he dies. Spoilers, but it's kind of like that anime where like the dude killed the hero, so he has to replace him. That's the premise. It's pretty funny. There's like a mystery going on, so definitely very interesting. I'm gonna keep watching it. The main hero, his name is Nice, and then they explain the power system a bit, which is kind of funny. The world is built on trust points, but then there's also like kind of like evil fear points as well. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of like heroes and villains kind of clashing throughout the anime. And now we have some other shows. There's Can a Boy Girl Friendship Survive? This one, yeah, another seasonal romance anime. It's pretty infuriating. The main girl's like so annoying. Basically the concept is we're just friends, bro. But yeah, the main girl, she's like very attached, just like hugging the main character, groping him at all times. Main character is kind of like a craftsman. He likes making handmade jewelry with like flower aesthetics. So we see the blue-haired girl Himari kind of like in love with him, but they're just friends. And she doesn't really think it's like a romantic relationship because she's like, I just want to see him succeed. I want to see him be happy. So basically throughout the anime, she's kind of like self-cucking herself and basically trying to set up the dude with other girls, trying to like tease him and everything. But she's like, okay, when we're 30 and single, maybe we can get married. So yeah, the concept is so repetitive. It's probably not that great, but you know, another like kind of funny high school romance anime. And also there's Rock is a Lady's Modesty. I was looking forward to this show, you know, cute girls playing in a band. It ain't Bocchi the Rock, but it's pretty crazy. So basically we have all these like kind of repressed elite girls from like this all girls like academy, and she also likes to play guitar, but she vowed to like kind of give up that life because she has to like work hard trying to like suppress her urges and like, you know, fit in with all the other girls. But we realize in the school there's actually like a rock band playing, so she kind of like joins the main girl in the first episode, and then they have like this big rivalry, but then, you know, they like playing together, so I guess she's gonna join the band. I'm down to see these girls kind of rocking. I love the character designs. It's like tall women with like big hair and just like very expressive faces, just like showing anger, rage, smiling as they're kind of just like tearing up the instruments. We also have Shirley, not really a fantasy show, but like cute anime. I was kind of like, I had some nostalgia PTSD because I saw Anne of Green Gables, like the PBS Kids cartoon when I was growing up. So I'm like, yeah, that's her, Anne from Green Gables, yo. But yeah, basically a girl that's yapping. She has a PhD in yaponomics, talks so much. But basically, yeah, she's like this red-haired orphan girl. She kind of like stands out a lot, but also she's a bit unwanted. So yeah, when this family kind of adopts her, there's kind of like a misunderstanding where they actually wanted a boy. So she's like, am I unwanted? She starts guilt tripping the family. And then they actually like love her because she talks so much. She just says like random shit about everything because her personality's like pretty intoxicating. But yeah, I like it a lot. You know, cute Anne of Green Gables anime. I forgot what happened in the cartoon, but anime version looks pretty good so far. So yeah, she's just gonna like go on like adventures in the village, make friends, and just like talk a lot each episode. Her voice actress is doing some heavy lifting. And after that, let's talk about some fantasy shows, some isekais. So yeah, the first one we have Sword of the Demon Hunter. I love this one a lot. You know, serious, cool, manly fantasy show. So yeah, this one is pretty much Demon Slayer, but I guess manlier. Spoilers for the first episode, by the way, but like this anime is like pretty nice. Like the story's pretty standard, just like a dude slicing off demons. But the first episode, they built up the tension so well. There's a 50-minute long episode as well, where we see like the main characters kind of growing up, Jinta and Susanoo, with Shirayuki, who's like kind of like the shrine maiden. And after they get older, like things are good in the village, but then demons start attacking. And then their goal is to get Susanoo to be evil. So yeah, since she has feelings for her brother, she feels betrayed when Shirayuki starts like sleeping with someone else. So yeah, Susanoo sees that she's cucking Jinta. She fucks everything up. It's so tragic. And now Jinta's on like this journey for revenge. So yeah, I really like the show. Again, it's nothing too crazy, nothing too insane. We have it here, so it's like pretty cool so far. Also, we have a funny isekai. We have the unaware Atelier master. I thought I would hate this show because that was like, you know, generic dude with overpowered skill. But like they did it pretty well. It's kind of like parody style where the main character, he doesn't know about his power. He's like really weak in combat, but he's good at like every gathering exploration ability. So yeah, he can like purify things, make like magic crystals that are super rare, just like fix things, build things in like seconds and minutes. So he's like very overpowered, but he's just unaware because the party that he was in kicked him out because they just took advantage of him. So he's just like being rich and successful like every episode. He like cures people. He's literally Jesus. So yeah, people are kind of concerned because his power might fuck up the economy, the industry, everything. So yeah, there's like some problems here, but yeah, our main character, he's just unaware. His name is Kurt, and I guess he's just like a good boy taking care of everything while everyone's trying to get him to lay low, but he doesn't even know his own power. Also, we have the two perfect saint, tossed aside by my fiance and sold to another kingdom. This is like the same type of concept where someone gets kicked from their party, but it's like gender swapped. So we have a girl getting kicked out. I guess if the men can have overpowered skill characters that get kicked out, it's only fair that the women have it too. So Ishikawa Yui also voicing the main girl, Philia. So she's a saint. Basically, this whole world, they have saints for each country to protect it. Saints kind of like do everything related to like magic. So Philia's like way too overpowered that like she helps everything, like fixes every problem. But her current kingdom doesn't like her because she doesn't smile. She has permanent resting bitch face, so they kick her out. They sell her to another country that needs her. So even though she's overpowered, she kind of like feels bad, has no self-worth. So yeah, you know, the story's like nothing too crazy, but I want to see this girl succeed, not be sad, be happy, and I also want the other kingdom to fail. But I also kind of feel bad for the other kingdom as well. So a cute fantasy show. Hopefully things work out for the girl. But yeah, there seems to be like some dark undertones coming on. Also, we have from Old Country Bumpkin, the Master Swordsman. This anime is like nothing to talk about. We have Giga Chad Old Man. So this dude also doesn't really know his own strength because he always puts himself down. He's like, I'm too old. All my students are stronger than me. But then his students from the kingdom, they're also like really strong knights from his training. They actually recruit him, and we see all his students are like big busty women as well. They all kind of respect him, and now yeah, I guess they're thirsting over him as well. We have I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire. Funny show, this dude, he got cucked in his past life and his company scammed him and everything. So he's just like at a low point. His daughter hates him, shit like that. And then he dies, but then the Grim Reaper, who kind of sucks in negative emotions, he's like, I'll isekai you into another world. So he turns into like a little boy that like inherits this like kind of big kingdom. Problem is his kingdom is like failing. So his parents kind of sell off the kingdom to him. And now he's like inheriting all this debt. So and it's also kind of like a space kingdom. So there's like space travel, there's robots. The anime is like pretty trippy, kind of crazy. Reminds me of the isekai where the dude was reincarnated as a mob character. But basically our dude, he kind of like has like this like sex robot maid also helping him. And I guess he's kind of like a cute boy that wants to be the villain of the world. We also have the Gorilla God's go-to girl. I like this, another cute fantasy show, but yeah, the girl has the overpowered skill this time. Yeah, we have like this really shy girl. She just wants to like lay low. I think her motivations are kind of weird weird because she's in like this elite school and she wants to get a good job, but she also wants to lay low at the same time. So I'm like girl, pick a struggle. But basically she has the gorilla god skill, and yeah, basically everyone gets an animal skill when they grow up. She starts to join the knights. She doesn't want to. She's like very scared, but then we see that she's just overpowered. Can't really take any damage, can go through walls and stuff. And then yeah, she rescues people, helps people. The prince takes an interest in her. So yeah, our main girl Sophia kind of like going through this anime with super strength. I guess we'll see what she's gonna do. There's also the brilliant healers New Life into Shadows. This one's also like pretty bad. Don't recommend it. First episode is kind of a trip because we see girls after girls just like coming into this dude's house. He's like an underground doctor. And yeah, he just like heals people, saves people, and all these people he saved were like waifus that he saved in the past. So now they're like attached to him. So yeah, nothing too crazy here, but a dude with overpowered healing skill. He's kind of strong as well. Also, we have some other shows. There's Summer Pocket. We have like a visual novel based anime about a dude that moves into this island to kind of like collect some stuff from his dead relatives. It's kind of crazy because as he comes across this island, he starts like harassing girls, following girls. It was just like so weird. Like girl was sleeping and he starts groping her for some reason. There's this girl swimming at night at the school pool, and he starts like talking to her a lot. So yeah, it looks like our main character is going to interact with all these girls in this island in the summer. It has like cool summer vibes. It's very chill. At the same time, you know, I guess another visual novel based show. I guess these feel good as well because, you know, people that played the game, now they see the anime kind of like here with voice acting and cool cute animations. I wonder which girl this dude will pick. But also hopefully he stops harassing the girls. I think that's one kind of downside of this anime. They didn't really have an organic way for him to like meet any of the girls. He just like kind of like forcefully inserts himself into their lives. So yeah, that was like a bit annoying. We have Yaiba, Samurai Legend. This one's written by the Detective Conan author. It's kind of nice, but it's a bit of Dragon Ball Z coded. Like they came out during the same time, but yeah, you know, wild dude. He kind of like lives in the forest, I guess, but then now he moves in with like this family and now they're like taking care of him, and then he goes into school with them, and he's basically on a mission to fight strong people. I don't know how many episodes this anime will have, but yeah, kind of like a remade, pretty good looking like older anime. We have some detective shows. There's Your Forma, because it's kind of like a futuristic AI detective show, but the first mystery kind of like turned me off in the anime, where it's like a relationship with the kind of main detective girl and her robot partner. Also, a robot partner got incriminated in the first episode, which I wasn't really a big fan of, because I think the first type of mysteries of these shows should be creative, but it shouldn't be like related to you. It shouldn't be related to like the police department. It should be like something external. But this one, the main robot gets incriminated, like kind of have to prove his innocence. So the world is kind of big, like no explanation so far, but it's like we have robots in this world, and then you can also like jump into people's brains and read their memories. We also have the Dinner Table Detective, also like a kind of cute mystery show. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know if this is gonna be like revolving around only one mystery. Our main girl kind of like goes into this party with a lot of her friends and family, and then yeah, someone gets murdered. And she also is a detective, so she kind of like changes from her dress into like police outfit and is now trying to solve the case. I don't think it's that serious. There seems to be a lot of like cute, funny, snarky moments. So I guess like what kind of solve the mysteries. I don't know if there's gonna be more mysteries as well, or this whole anime kind of like revolves around this one dinner table mystery. There's also a ninja and assassin under one roof. It's like kind of Nokotad coded, just like brain rot, where, you know, funny concept, cute girls, but stories is like so surreal. So basically, yeah, we have a ninja escaping the village, but she didn't mean to, so everyone's hunting her down. So she teams up with this high school girl assassin. Also, a ninja can like disappear things, turn them into leaves, which seems to be kind of insane. So yeah, like the assassin kills people, ninja disappears their body. We see the assassin's kind of like taking advantage of the ninja because she's like kind of cute and innocent, and the assassin kind of has no emotions. So yeah, kind of cute Yuri situation with them. But also feels like pretty toxic, as like people are literally getting murdered in this show. All right, now let's breeze through some other shows really quickly. I liked all of these, but yeah, I'll just talk about them very quickly. But yeah, there's some more cute girls doing cute things shows. There's Mono, girls in the photography club just like taking pictures. It's gonna shut down, so they need more members. That's cool. There's Food for the Soul. We got college girls hanging out, eating food together. I'm down to watch this as well. Yo, eat some food, queens. Also after that, there's Maebashi Witches. This one's also super cute. Kind of like a witch idol show. It's not like super idol themed, but the premise is like a lot of cute girls, and they're witches that kind of have to like build this flower shop. So this is like the Zoomer version of Madoka. They have like this frog recruiter, and yeah, instead of being like all sinister, it's like pretty wholesome. They get witch powers and are supposed to like fulfill people's dreams. We have some random fantasy shows. So yeah, there's some Bye Bye Earth season 2. Season 1 was really bad. So unfortunately, because I like the premise of like a cool, strong, isekai main girl with a big sword swinging that shit around fighting things. Like the premise seemed good, but the story, the world building was just like really bad. Instead of the girl going on like nomadic adventures, saving people, helping things, she's actually like working for the kingdom, kind of just like a lot of like random kingdom politics. Stuff doesn't make sense in season 1. It was just like so bad. Like there was like a cool reveal like who the real villain was, which was like one of her, basically spoilers, the villain is her teacher that she cut down in the first episode. Yeah, apparently he wants to use her in season 2. Premise is kind of like Metaphor Refantasio as well, kind of, where everyone in the world is animal people besides the main character, so she doesn't belong here. But that's there. I'll probably slowly watch it, but yeah, basically season 1's really bad. I don't expect season 2 to be much better. There's Teogonia, another kind of like isekai fantasy show. This one's also not that great. It had like an interesting premise, just like dudes fighting demons in their village, but like the first episode was so funny because there was like so much exposition. Like people were like literally talking to us, talking to the camera, just like saying, oh, this is the demon, oh, he has the super powered, he got the power from the gods, blah blah blah, oh, you eat this food to give you power, blah blah blah. So yeah, I think the storytelling in this anime is not that great, and in terms of like other shows to watch, like they're better fantasy shows, I think. There's Compass 2.0. It's kind of like a game anime where I guess it's like a MOBA Overwatch. All these characters are out here, but then there's like this outcast character. His name is 13. So yeah, each character needs like a human companion, but no one wants him. It's pretty random, but yeah, I guess if you think about this in Marvel Rivals terms, the characters, the NPCs have lives inside the game, and now they have like all these personalities that are hanging out. There's Uchuujin and MuuMuu. Basically an alien cat harasses this like kind of shy girl, and this is kind of like a science anime teaching you about like science, because the cat needs to like learn how things work, how refrigerators, microwaves, all that shit works in order to rebuild his society. So this cat MuuMuu harassing this shy girl, it's like pretty cute. There's the Mononoke lecture logs. So yeah, it's about a dude who solves mysteries. He's kind of like this Giga Chad teacher. So it's pretty funny and chill, just like interesting story. We have a lot of mystery anime this season, so I'll definitely like kind of keep watching this one as well. We also have Moonrise from Netflix. So they just dropped 18 episodes. I did not watch all 18. I only watched the first one. I'm definitely gonna like keep watching the whole thing like very quickly, maybe in like 1 or 2 weeks. But yeah, basically it's kind of like a sci-fi future anime where people are working in outer space. There's like a lot of like backstory with all these characters kind of teaming up. So there's like this big war type of resistance thing. It's kind of pretty typical with these like dystopian outer space anime, but I do like it. A lot of like unique, interesting characters so far. I have so many questions, so I'm definitely gonna keep watching. But all 18 episodes here, very easy to binge. Like Wit Studio, high quality. Also for 2 core, there's like Apothecary Diary season 2. So it's continuing. We have 2 more episodes, and yeah, I mean, new season, pretty fun. More new characters here. Mama just like solving mysteries, classic again. We see our friend Shaolon. She's about to leave soon in a few months, so she's trying to like get connections to get a new job. Mama's kind of helping her. They go to the bath together, and then there's like some drama at the end of the most recent episode. It's like episode 14 where Mama solves another mystery, but at the end, Shaolon kind of like breaks some ice, literally. So she might get in trouble for that. We gotta rescue her because she's been so good and helpful and nice. I don't want her to get killed. There's also Goko Lusa Ranger season 2. It's back. So yeah, I mean, this anime was nice. The story was like very unique. Written by the quintessential quintuplets author. So I mean, he does like a lot of unique concepts. I think the problem is like the story is like a bit weird for season 1. Like it had like a good premise, dude wants revenge, kind of like the boys type of evil superhero setup in the world. But yeah, basically, yeah, all the aliens, they've had enough. They want to fight back. So he's kind of forming a resistance group. He meets some unlikely friends like all throughout. There's some monster waifus. There's people on the inside. Yeah, a big thing happens at the end of the first season. Spoilers, but he defeats the Blue Ranger. So he has 4 more to go. There's like a resistance group kind of forming. So yeah, the story's pretty interesting. But yeah, again, there's like a lot of like weird moments. So I guess a lot of the plot could be better, but the concept is fun. Good openings and endings. So hopefully our main dude D kills more Power Rangers and gets closer to more waifus. There's also another random hentai show. I guess I'll mention it here finally. Makina-san's a love bot. Basically random sex robot here harassing the main dude who is trying not to like get in trouble. It's like so weird. But yeah, I mean, Takamine-san is a lot better, but that's not really saying much. And then yeah, after that, there's some other shows I didn't really check out. There's like the new Black Butler season. So yeah, a lot more season coming in recently. But I haven't been following. There's Uma Musume, new anime, Cinderella Gray, I guess spinoff for like another character. I mean, the game's very popular, so I did check out Pretty Derby. And yeah, that's it for like literally most of the shows this season. Like I probably missed a few. Yeah, I mean, most of them are like pretty surprising, like decent quality, so it is worth watching, but nothing really popular, I think, besides like Fire Force. Lazarus, and maybe Lazarus. I'm hearing a lot of people liking it, have high hopes. So yeah, I mean, that's it for the first week of spring anime. How'd you like my review? But yeah, pretty much I'm liking so many anime. I'm gonna like keep reviewing more as the weeks kind of continue. The new My Hero season is nice. Witch Watch, it is so worth watching. If you want a unique kind of shonen jump high school comedy romance, it's so fun. Kowloon generic romance surprised me so much. It's like really high quality. Also like a cool kind of like mystery story where we don't really know all the details yet. And yeah, besides that, just like a lot of like other lighthearted cool shows, a lot of mystery shows, and then, you know, dudes hanging out with their waifus, cute girls doing cute things, cute witch anime, magic shows, fantasy shows, they're all here. So yeah, thank you for watching.